Cancer, this is Mimi with Divination by Mimi. Welcome to your tarot reading for February 1st through the 15th, 2018. You are ruled by the moon, and let's see, the moon for the 1st through the 15th is going to be making its way through a few signs. It will be in, in Leo on the 1st, which makes sense, we just had an eclipse. Second, it will be in Virgo. Libra on the 4th, on the 7th in Scorpio, on the 9th in Sagittarius, and the 12th in Capricorn, and on the 14th in Aquarius. From then we'll be moving into the next half of the month. In the 4th house, there's not a whole lot of activity, but it won't be making its way around to you until the second half of the month, the moon. So you're ruled by the moon, and you're a cardinal sign, and a water sign at that. You're a very dreamy, emotional, intuitive, empathic zodiac sign. And you rule the 4th house, which has to do with family, with relationships, with literally the home, making the home comfortable, and with the moon being your ruler, you have, as I mentioned, an intuition. The water signs all have a level of intuition, but because the moon is related to you and the moon reveals things not always seen directly. In other words, the moon's light is a reflection of the sun, so it's an indirect source of light. However, it illuminates things differently than direct light would. So this is great for dream time, for learning about the subconscious and the symbols and archetypes that the subconscious provides us to help us kind of navigate the waters of life. And again, emotional, romantic, relating to other people. What else do we need to tell you astrologically? We're still feeling the effects of the eclipse that just literally happened yesterday. So don't be surprised, considering it was a second supermoon lunar eclipse, and that is your sign, and rather your planet, the moon, if you don't particularly feel emotional. And also, it's probably a good idea to watch your health with the moon. The moon, because you're such a water sign, you're such an emotional sign, and because the moon does tend to rule emotions, this can take a toll on your mental health, which can in turn take a toll on your physical health. So take care of yourself. Try not to stress too much. Try to use meditation, visualization, positive affirmations. Focus on things that are positive in your life. Try not to dwell, because that will in turn start the wheels turning and create an avalanche of emotion, possibly negative, which can create an avalanche of problems physically. So be aware of your physicality for at least the first couple of weeks before we get into the next full moon cycle. I think that's it. So let's get into your reading. I'm going to do a 4-card pull based upon some situation in your life. So this could be career, it could be financial, it could be family, it could be romance, emotions, it could be spiritual. So let's see what the cards tell us, what fate tells us. For Cancer, cardinal, initiative, water sign, ruled by the moon, ruler of the 4th house of relating with others, generally known as the mother of the zodiac. And the 4th house is the house of the mother, generally. What's up with Cancer for February 1st to the 15th, 2018? Holy Hecate. What's on Cancer's mind? Our watery moon baby friends. Our empathic, thank you. On your mind at the moment? You're feeling defeated by something. 5 of Swords. Positive aspect is the Tower in reverse. You've moved beyond a huge, life-altering, it looks like, defeat or pain. You've gone through something recently that is now over, thankfully. The worst of it is over. You've already experiencing it, but what you're feeling is the residuals of the situation. Perhaps it was a breakup. perhaps and because family is so important, it could be a rift in your family, your nuclear family, or your created family. It could be a divorce or a separation of sorts. Now, a negative, or the positive aspect again, is that it is over. It was a huge cataclysmic event in your life, and it seems like it's emotional. Okay, it's causing some negative mental energy. Negative aspect of this is it wasn't fair to you. This is Lamed, or the Libra card, the scales, justice. It's called adjustment, I believe. Yeah, and the Thoth. It's the Libra card, but you got it in reverse. So if this is a situation that involved divorce or involved some kind of court or child support, or perhaps custody, either you didn't win the court case, or the situation around this cataclysmic event was unjust and unfair. It's feeling a little bit more like a divorce or a custody battle or child support. It didn't come out in your favor, and you're sort of sitting in the mental energy that's residual from this cataclysmic event, and the injustice or the poor, the negative result of the court situation that you're in. Overall advice from Spirit is the Aries card, or the Emperor in reverse. I might need to get clarification on this, but the Emperor in his low octave is a tyrant. Okay, the overall advice here is to be aware. Either it's asking you to be aware of a tendency to be a tyrant. Are you forcing your will, yourself, on a situation that it doesn't belong? Because it was not just. We've got 3 major arcanas of a 4-card pull. The only thing that's not major arcana is how you're feeling at the moment, which is mental energy of defeat. And because the other cards are karmic lessons, soul growth lessons for you, they were going to happen one way or the other. It's advising you that this cataclysmic event that obviously did not turn out in your favor and perhaps was unjust to you. I'm not sure that that's the case yet, okay? Because the overall advice here from Spirit is the low octave of the Emperor, which is a tyrant. You might have not won this court situation because of your own actions. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Just the messenger. And if it doesn't apply, I'm grateful that it doesn't for you. If it does apply, I'm asking you to be honest with yourself about your own actions. That's the only way we grow, is when we really look at ourselves. Situations, results, even interactions with people, good or bad, are reflections of us. Okay? Because Spirit is advising you of the low octave of the Emperor. It could be that the party that you've left was that energy. Okay, and that you made the right decision, even though it was unjust. It's best to be done with it and, try to ride out the negative feelings of defeat, but not to re-engage with the party. Or it is you. Okay, it is you that's bringing on the low octave energy of the Emperor, which is tyranny, forcing of yourself on a situation that it doesn't belong. You can't, I have a feeling it's the latter. I'm asking you to be honest. Are you forcing your will? Have you forced your will on a situation? And that is why this came out not in your favor. Are you? Sorry, don't hate me. Be honest with yourself. Okay, you can't force someone else to be or do something that you need them to be. You need to be or do that for yourself. Okay. Once you realize that, again, 3 of these cards are karmic lessons. The situation, the loss itself, the cataclysmic loss itself had to happen. Okay. The negative aspect of it, you losing or being unjust, again, had to happen. It's part of your soul's growth. And this last one here, which is Spirit advising you, okay, the low octave of the Emperor, which is tyranny, a tyrant, a person who forces their will on everyone else, is either the party that you left, okay, but more so, I think it's talking to you. Again, people are just a reflection of what's inside. So if you cannot force what you want someone to be on someone else. You just can't do it. You need to be that thing for yourself. All right? Don't kill the messenger. I hope this helped someone. If you have questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. If you'd like to book a personal reading, feel free to email me at mimimemes@hotmail.com. The pricing is also in the description box below. And the email address is in the description box below. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love it if you did. That way you can not only watch your own zodiac signs, and hopefully this turns itself around in the next couple of weeks of the month, or by the lunations. Again, your ruling planet, the moon, has had a lot of impact going on, so it's not surprising some big cataclysmic changes have occurred, but they're over. Okay, and they may have been unjust, or maybe it didn't turn out in your favor and it was just, and now it's a time to learn. Now Spirit is giving you the opportunity to learn, to say, okay, where was I responsible for some of this mess? And the more you're willing to look at things honestly, the more you will lose this feeling of defeat, because you'll realize this feeling of defeat is just a feeling. Mental energy, thoughts, swords, just a thought can be changed. Anyway, my point with that was not only can you watch for your own, but you can also cross-watch for your loved ones. You know, see what your sister, the Gemini, what's she going through, or maybe how can I help her, or what can you warn her about to look out for, or him to look out for. All right, again, I hope this helped. If I don't see you for a personal reading, then I'll see you for the second half of February or the lunations. Elsewise, you take care, Cancer.